toxic forms, and they are readily absorbed onto sediment and soil matrix in general. The most chlorinated pesticides that enter water become firmly attached to soil particles. Chlorinated pesticides are among the most used one, especially DDT, dichlorodephene trichloroethane. DDT was synthesized in 1874 by the German scientist chemist. DDT was used to combat human disease like malaria, as you can see in those two photos, in the use of DDT in Italy and in Germany. DDT was banned in 1964 in the United States and banned in Tunisia between 1980 and 1984. DDT is known to be very persistent in the environment, accumulate in fatty tissue, and can travel for long distance in the upper atmosphere. Here in this slide I will present the main problematic. The fact is that wastewater accumulates and distributes a great number of pollutants, among them pesticides that are derived from agriculture and various uses. The use of treated wastewater in agriculture may contribute to the distribution of chlorinated pesticides, especially in soil. Tunisia has been using treated wastewater for irrigation for more than 13 years. However, studies are lacking on the distribution of chlorinated pesticides in treated wastewater and the irrigated soil as well. The main objective of this work is to study the occurrence of chlorinated pesticides in treated wastewater, irrigated soil, and to monitor their distribution, accumulation in soil during the reuse. The seat of our study is located in Wetsuhil, Nebel. It receives treated wastewater from a storage basin that receives the treated wastewater from two wastewater treatment plants, SE3 and SE4. Here I make schematic representation of the network connecting the wastewater treatment plant SE3 and SE4 to the storage basin and the irrigated area. Just I noticed that the irrigation is in the period June to September. For the analyzed compound, we focus on 16 organic chlorinated pesticides, as well as DDT and two their metabolites, and the 3 isomers of hexachlorocyclohexane, alachlor, aldrine, cis-chlordane, trans-chlordane, dialdrine, and andrine. The soil samples were collected before each irrigation and after the last irrigation at 0, 10, and 10, 20 centimeter depth. So we get in the total 6 sampling depth. The extraction is done with the accelerated solvent extractor. We use 5 grams of soil and we use hexane as a solvent, and we use 2 different temperatures. For the cleanup, we use fluoresyl calane. The GCMS conditions are clear in this slide. We move now to the results. Here I present 2 figures for OCP, the sum of all the study of OCP in the 2 depth soil. We can see that atrazine, alachlor, aldrine, dialdrine, and andrine are under the detection limit at both depths and for all the samples. DDT and their metabolite are the major detected OCP. They are contributing by more than 94% of the total OCP. The highest amount for the total OCP was found in the soil layer 10 to 20. The sum of pesticides in the topsoil were comprised between 12.5 microgram per gram registered in the second sampling date, and it increased to 2193 microgram per kilogram in the 5th sampling date. At 10 to 20 centimeter depth, the concentration were in the range of 74.03 microgram per kilogram at the 3rd sampling date, and it increased to 310.54 microgram per kilogram at the 5th sampling day. Here I make a comparison with other work in the world. Concentration range marked in green are lower than our levels. Although concentration range marked in red were higher than our levels. And for the range 5.48 to 23.44, we are in the same range. It's a case study of 10-year irrigated soil in China. Here I put a comparison with for our levels with the maximum tolerated concentration of chlorinated pesticide in the soil according to the World Health Organization. The registered levels of chlorinated pesticide in wet soil area are under the maximum tolerated concentration of chlorinated pesticide in the soil. Here I will focus on DDT results. We can see that concentration increased from 12 in the second sampling date to reach a level of 22 at the 5th sampling date. I thought for the level 10 to 20, we register concentration about 16 microgram per gram in the third sampling date, and it increased to more than 300 microgram per kilogram in the 5th sampling day. Those levels are in the same range as those registered in wastewater irrigated soil in Taiwan, and they are lower than registered levels in agriculture and industrial soil in southern Romania. Here, the ratio of DDT metabolite to the total concentration in treated wastewater irrigated soil indicate a dominance of DDE at 0 to 10 centimeter and a dominance of DDT at 10 to 20 centimeter. To more understand this, I remind you the breakdown path of DDT into DDT and DDU. In fact, under anaerobic condition, DDT is degraded to give DDD. Also, under aerobic condition, DDT is degraded to give DDE. According to this, the degradation of technical DDT in favor of DDE at topsoil under dominant aerobic condition, and DDT remain intact and retain nearly the distribution of the manufactured molecule at the subsurface soil. In the previous work in the same region, DDE was detected in monitoring wells, but was not quantified in treated wastewater. DDE was already detected in soil receiving treated wastewater, either for irrigation or for aquifer recharge. According to the World Health Organization, in general, concentration of pesticide in treated wastewater are very low, and pesticides are absorbed in the solid matrix. The presence of pesticide in soil could be due mainly to agriculture practice, enhanced by their highest absorption to solid matrix, and the presence of pesticide in treated wastewater irrigated soil samples in our study plot could be linked to agriculture practice and not to irrigation practice. Here we focus on hexacyclohexane results. At 0 to 10 centimeter depth, the range of concentration is 2.30 to 474, and at 10 to 20 centimeter depth, the range of concentration is varying from 0.36 to 0.45. Gamma HCH is the dominant isomer, and this could be explained by the low degradation, especially at 10 to 20 centimeter depth of the used lindane. Here I remind that lindane is containing more than 99% of gamma HCH. And this is confirmed by the ratio alpha HCH to gamma HCH that confirm the use of lindane. This is also confirmed by the use as medical treatment in human against managed and scurvy of lindane. For the other compounds like cis-chlordane and trans-chlordane, they registered stable concentration along the sampling period. In addition to their introduction since 1984, those two levels of cis-chlordane and trans-chlordane indicate a very low usage of chlordane in the studied region. To conclude, we can say that this is the first time that chlorinated pesticides are evidenced in soil irrigated with treated wastewater for more than 30 years in Tunisia. The detection of chlorinated pesticide in soil is owing to their high persistence in the environment. It was evidenced that effluent contribute to the transfer and distribution of chlorinated pesticide at the subsurface and topsoil. The highest concentration were registered for DDT. We remind the range was 1874 to 305 microgram per kilogram, despite their ban since the 80s. Future research must place greater emphasis in targeted monitoring and assessment of further specific pollutant in the environmental matrix, like soil and groundwater in Tunisia under irrigation. Finally, I want to acknowledge the Erasmus Mundus Action 2 EMAC program, the University of Pierre and Marie Curie in France, the University of Messina in Italy, and the INGRE for the field work and funding. And I want to say thank you for all of you for your attention.